Okay, yes, hello everybody. Tanya Villar coming to you today on the first of the new year. And what's the topic? Let's talk magic. Let's talk about taking the invisible stuff and making it visible. Taking relationships that you desire and bringing them into your life where you're actually in the experience instead of just dreaming about the experience. However, before we can go into the power and you activating your manifestation blueprint, first and foremost, we need to get real today. How many of you are sick to death of creating New Year's resolutions? How many of you hate that you're attracted to making a vision board and you have this like back of your mind dread that here I go again, I'm fixing to fail again this year? Like you can hear that. You can hear this certainty, this low tone, this voice, and another part of you is like, I am so sick and tired of amping myself up in order to eventually fail. Like, that's got to stop, and that's got to stop now. So one of the things that I have been struggling with, and I'm not struggling with any longer, is my idea and my addiction to the emotional rehearsal of regret. The emotional rehearsal of my past mistakes. Now, did I wake up every morning and say, this is what I'm going to do? I am going to sit here and emotionally rehearse all the reasons that I'm stupid for continuing to go after this goal. I have had a goal of bringing simple, profound, and fun, real magic to the internet. I began this New Year's resolution in 2013 after coming off of teaching a weekend experience called The Wonders of Wealth in Sedona, Arizona. And what happened quite quickly is that how I thought it was going to be and how it actually was, there was this split in the realities, like almost instantly, where everything was going my way, all the things were going my way. Instantly when I declared such a goal, every doubt I had about myself, every time I broke a vow to myself, every time I broke a vow to someone else, those imploded in my nervous system. Now that's a sign that you made the goal big enough. Now, what's next? How do we manifest effortlessly? How do we embrace the idea, the language, the body motion, as well as the actual experience of that which we desire? Is a vision board enough? Is a manifestation box enough that we used to make in Money and Life Freedom Weekend Experience? Initially, yes. Initially, we give the power away to something outside of ourselves, right? And as you develop, you start to realize as you develop and evolve this process that it is me, a higher version of me, that is either giving me permission or telling me no. There is no Santa Claus in the sky, per se, judging if I'm a good girl or a good boy. Am I worthy of such a dream? Am I worthy of such fulfillment? Like these questions, when you manifest and nail your vow to yourself on this first day of this new year, then your results this year isn't going to be based on if you are a good person or a worthy person or from the right family or did the right things. You will have, as I have, as you have right now, that which you have emotionally rehearsed, and you will have it in the tone in which you rehearsed it. We are talking about, when we talk about your manifestation blueprint, we're talking about getting to the linguistic structure of how you place yourself within the stories that you describe yourself with. There is a reason, and it's in your subconscious. It is not in your conscious brain, not even in your conscious fingertips. It is so subconscious that it is running you at 400 billion bits per second. And what is this thing that is running you? It is a story that you have crafted about yourself, about your power, about your abilities, about your ability to influence, about your ability to create, and about your worthiness that you created as a child. And this story, you've collected lots of evidence over the years that your story is true. The story of victimhood. However, my loves, when we talk about magic, we talk about the invisible stuff. We talk about Holy Spirit. We talk about power we cannot understand or conceptualize and sometimes even put into words. However, what you have right now, if you can see it or if you don't, is the power to change your story. It's the power to change what you rehearse every morning. And yes, it requires practice. It requires awareness. It requires self-acceptance. Because self-acceptance is required in order to work what I call this manifestation pump. When you begin the new year, as soon as you wrote down or stated or did a YouTube or did a Facebook Live or even reposted someone else's words, their meme, their goal, you have attached to a storyline that you're trying to develop. And as you do, your current storyline is gonna get loud. What's already programmed in you, your past, is gonna start talking to you. And when it does, if you don't know how to be objective, if you don't know how to observe yourself in a loving way, so you can see how are you reacting subconsciously, what are you bringing to the table, to the emotional rehearsal that you don't even realize. Self-awareness and self-acceptance is step one, because the power of the manifestation to change the way you see yourself, to change your core subconscious story, it takes at least 40 days of lovingly rehearsing a new experience emotionally. You can write it down beautifully, but if you can't speak it, emote it, feel it, dance it, taste it, smell it, you will not experience it. So it isn't a failure. You're not a failure. Just no one has taught you how to do that. It is the rapid experience of your beautiful life unfolding through using the power of the baby step. The power of staying in the now moment. The power of realizing that your body is this small, but who you really are is this big. And that you have all of this invisible stuff, and you have all of these things in your vortex. And the only thing that's missing is your command of your language and your story. your emotional rehearsal, and your ability to celebrate every day that you wake up, no matter what you're looking at. I guarantee you, you learn how to do those three things, and there isn't anything in this world that you won't be able to manifest, experience, and live. So, what are you doing this New Year's? How are you feeling? Let me know in the comments. And together, we can shift the storyline on this planet. Yeah. It's that big a goal. Okay, I love y'all. I'm listening. You're next. Do a live. And thank you, Kim, for doing that live. Oh my gosh, that live was so powerful. How many of y'all got on here and decided what you wanted to do next year based on everything that went right in your year this year? Like, that's how you set a goal, too. Thank you, Kim. Thank you for showing up. Much love.